We finally ended the music, and we'll be on screen in a second. Let's see. Okay, boom. Hello, happy Friday, future members of the Council of Dragons. We are here to celebrate the awesome campaign, which is the Deluxe Dragon Chair from Carolina Game Tables, and hopefully get you guys interested in some info on where you can sit your own rear end in this seat if you just happen to be coming to Gen Con in a few short days. But other than that, we've got Jody Black from Carolina Game Tables. Welcome, Jody.
Thank you. I mean, I love being here. It's my channel, but I also like being on our other channel too, because we're always talking at Pinnacle about stuff, just you and I, Landauer. But today we have a special guest with us, Mike Dunn. Mike, I'm going to let you introduce yourself so you can tell people exactly what they need to know about you.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Mike Dunn. I'm not only am I a backer of this Kickstarter or this backer kit, but I'm also the editor-in-chief of Tabletop at Gaming Trend. And when I saw this chair at Origins, I had to back it. Basically, I knew it had a place in my game room, and I needed to make it happen. So I believe I ended up being the first backer.
You were the very first backer, but somebody else grabbed the head of the Dragon Council from you.
Yes, I did. Yeah, so I screwed up because when I selected it, I thought it was like, oh, this is by color. I want the red one. And I should have picked the black one because that was the head of the Dragon Council. But I think that individual actually had to back out of his pledge, and I ended up snagging the head of the Dragon Council. Anyway, so
yeah, and Mike did an amazing. So, but even before he was a backer, it's like the Hair Club for Men. Like, I'm not only a backer, I'm also you did a great video on your Game Trend channel. So the link is in the chat now for you guys to go check out the Game Trend channel. And Mike's honest review, he hadn't even been a backer yet when he made the video. So it's a great video at Origins of all places. So
yeah, that was the moment I knew I needed to have it.
Well, we're so glad. We're so glad that you chose to back us, that you came by and saw us at Origins, that you think so highly of our chair, because we think highly of our chair. Like, oh, yay, Clint is joining us. So Clint cannot be on live stream today. Everybody put your prayers and thoughts together for Clint. He has COVID. This is now the third COVID case in my house in 3 weeks since Origins. They're just one after the other. Nobody's got it very seriously bad. This is, I think, day 6 for him, but he's still positive. So he's still sequestered and not able to talk to any of us because I don't want it. We've got Gen Con on the horizon, and we're trying to run this campaign, trying to keep the ball rolling. Thankfully, at Carolina Game Tables, it is our family business, but we're not the only people in the business. So we do have fantastic people like Sarah, our office manager, Tara of marketing. We have other people who have joined us since then. So people are actually making things happen, even if the whole Black family gets COVID. So we don't want that. We don't want that. But yeah, and Clint, this is his 4th time having COVID. He's just really good at it by now. I think he gets his degree in COVID after this.
I mean, don't you get a free COVID case after your punch card? Like you get 4, get the 5th free. So
no, please.
You don't even get a free sandwich or anything. It's horrible.
Really sad.
No, I mean, at least he still has his taste buds. So, yay, small favors.
Could be worse.
Yeah, could be a lot worse. And you know what? Honestly, on our part, it's worth it to go to Origins. It's not like we got it there. We probably got it on the way home, or who knows where. Keep picking it up in the community or something like that. I promise we're hand washers. Like, can't guess where we're getting it from. But
I feel like there's been a spike lately. Like I've known a lot of people who have gotten it recently.
Yeah, I think so too. When we were buying more COVID tests, the pharmacy tech was like, "Yep, these are flying off the shelves again, so there must be another spike going out." Stay safe, friends. We want to see you at Gen Con. And
start taking your vitamin C and what's the other one? Zinc now, right? Get load up. But yeah, so for folks watching, I want to start here because you got some time to get your guesses in on the campaign. But we're going to put up a picture on the screen, and you can go to the campaign page, and I'll put that link up momentarily too. We've got a picture of an awesome dice bag. Looks kind of like this. And if you can guess how many dice are in the dice bag, and here's the photo you guys need to be looking at. So let me pop that up on screen. The Crit Fail Queen bag right there on the right side of your screen. If you can guess how many polyhedral role-playing dice we managed to cram into that bag, and the closest person who doesn't go over, so Price is Right rules, will win a free set of leather coasters from Carolina Game Tables. No purchase or backing necessary, but we're going to do that at the end of the stream today, so in about 45 minutes. So get your guesses in on the campaign page. There's a little update post. You can put the question, your guesses there too, and the person who comes closest will win. So want to make sure you guys had time to check that out. But if you need some help guessing, so Jody's like, you need to fill your bag with dice, Chris, and we'll see how many fit in your bag. I'm like, I don't have enough dice, Jody. I mean,
how is this possible? How can you call yourself a gamer and not be able to fill
What?
I got the one that's called Dice Goblin too, so it was a little embarrassing. But just as if you need to do a comparison and try to figure out like the math and the physics behind volume of dice, it fits a cell phone fits in there, a wallet, keys, a little naked Vitruvian man fits in there. A knight on a horse fits in there. A dice rolling dice castle Skeletor dice roller.
You put a whole dice tower in there.
A whole dice tower fits in there. A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Nice.
Raphael fits in there. A Doom Guard hero fits in there. A gibbering mouther from the reboot of World's Largest Dungeon fits in there. So all of those things can fit in one of these very awesome bags. So Jody, tell us about the construction on here, because they're very nice on the inside too, and they're very nice on the outside as well. But the inside,
aren't they nice?
It's
so
nice.
I met Heather at Origins, actually. Met her through a friend of ours. And the company is called Mischief Loot. And I looked at a bunch of different dice bags. I think hers are the best and best made. So it's actually a cotton twill outside, which will be easy to keep clean. And trust me, we've already tested that theory accidentally, but that's what happens in a household with dogs. And it stands open. It's got a round base that is seamed so that it'll stand open on its own, with the 2 pull cords that have their own pocket for that. And the inside is lined with velour, because we were originally going to make the outside and the inside with velour. After Heather did a test one, she sent it to me and she's like, it doesn't look so good, just because it kind of hides the logo a little bit. It got a little bit muddy looking. So we went with the twill bags, easier to care for. The inside is still velour. It's nice and soft. You can turn yours inside out, maybe, Landauer, since you've got.
Oh, yeah. So, it's really nice paracord strings too, and they've got their own channel on the inside and the outside, so you don't wreck the seaming with just the ones that are made a little less nicely. Very nice channels. And the inside, it's like one of those really nice winter coats. It's soft.
Yeah.
The velour is really, really nice. And then the outside's got a little bit more durable fabric. It's still pretty soft, but it's nice, a little more durable. And then the logo shows up very nicely, the embroidery.
Doesn't that look nice? And then, so you get to personalize it with up to 15 characters. So that's why we chose Crit Fail Queen for me, because I am the unofficial Crit Fail Queen. If we ever have the Royal Court of Crit Fails, then I'm going to be on it. But there's also, we chose the words Have Mercy GM. We have another one at home that says Stunt Munchkins, which is kind of an inside joke. Maybe I'll tell that one later. And then we sent you the one that says Dice Goblin. But you get to decide what's on your bag. And I think that is the coolest thing, because for $35, how can you go wrong with that? And you can have Gaming Trend on your behind your bag there, Mike. Like that easily fits in 15 characters.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I gotta say, I can vouch for the coasters as well because we got a set of the coasters at Origins, and we were in dire need of coasters, and they accomplished the feat quite well, and will um, probably be on my table here before by the time I actually get some people to play. I haven't. Just so everybody knows, like this is the room that I plan to put my chair in, right? I just moved here, and have just set this room up, and I haven't even had anybody play a game at this table in this space yet. So it's my shelves are set up, but I only have a handful of my vast library of games. I've got my table, I've got some boxes and stuff, but yeah, I will be using those coasters at this
And that's a
table
nice
for sure.
shelf you showed back there too.
Yeah,
This is
it's
cool games.
it's work in progress. At least I have my crokinole board hung up, right?
Yeah.
I'm jealous of like the comics rack that's filled with stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Choice.
So
Yeah, so
fun story. I have one of those in my garage. Landauer, maybe I'll just bring it to you and you can fly home with it.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. I actually got this from a company that does a lot of like the Morkborg supplements. They did a Kickstarter a couple of years ago, and I had this in a box for the last like year and a half because I hadn't moved yet and I didn't have space in my old place. So it does hold some TTRPG books as well as comic books down below. So
that's serious like alpha gamer nerd cred right there when you got.
Oh, I mean, I have a reputation, to work with here. So
Well, and now you have a title. You have little head of Dragon Council.
This is true. There
can be only one. It's like it's you and
Yes.
Highlander, and
So like you can just imagine right here, like it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
So now
Very
I
excited.
don't want to burst your bubble, Mike, but somebody else actually has the legit head of the Dragon Council backer level.
Oh,
well, now we can have a fight.
Hold on.
Fight.
Hold on. Wait a
If
second.
you go and you check, I think. I mean, we'll have to check. Anyways, we are going to make sure that you get a really cool chair, and you are going to have the dragon logo on there because you were the very first backer, and you absolutely meant to take that dragon logo and headed it together. I think we can have two heads on this dragon. That happens.
Let's see.
The royal court, the king and the queen.
That's right.
Well, so since we last talked to everybody, so one of the reasons we're showing off these dice bags, since the first stream we talked last time, we've added 2 more pledge levels to this campaign. So the campaign is funded. The goal is over, so the chairs are going to get made. But if you want to get in, you really like Carolina Game Tables, you'll like all the other awesome things that they do, and a chair is out of your budget right now, hey, you can get in for a brand new 2 pledge levels. And let me sneak down and get the page showing. I need to get.
While you're looking for that, I'll describe them. So we wanted there to be lower price range, pledge levels for other people to help us out and join in on the fun. Because that dragon logo, it's really cool, and we're very proud of it. It looks fantastic on that chair. It also is looking really cool on the dice bag. And if you want it to have your personalized 15 characters to say something about the word dragon, go right ahead. Or you can do, whatever your title is around the table, like, I don't know, bullseye or something like that. If you're the one who's always the paladin of the group, you can do that. But you can personalize your own dragon logo dice bag for $35. That's the reward level there that Landauer's pulled up. And then we're also working with our friends at Norse Foundry, and they're doing a set of aluminum dice, a set of 8, because we play Savage Worlds and you need that extra wild die. I did not realize that it was going to take them so long to get us the image for that. So the dice set that you see there is an older set that they made for us. So it says the Carolina Game Tables logo right now, but your set's going to have the dragon logo. They will be able to do it with the dragon logo, no problem. They're just backed up right now because Gen Con right? And actually Dragon Con too. So they've got a ton of people who've come to them going, I need special dice for my company. And we are in the queue. That's how popular Norse Foundry is. They make fantastic quality stuff. And you're not only getting 8 dice that are personalized with that like dragon logo on there, you're also getting that aluminum dice set that's got a magnetized top to it. So it's got that case to it, and it's got the little velvet bag too. And yeah, so our showroom cam, Trinity is zooming in on that now. Trinity, you might need to back up a little bit. It's kind of blurry, but it's actually missing one die because it got lost at Origins. Oh, it's a really nice die. So somebody somewhere has a D20 with a Carolina Game Tables logo on it. But hey, it's a really cool set. It'll look even cooler when it has the dragon logo on there. And that reward level is $150. Each of these are available as add-ons too. So now for our Council of Dragons members, they get each of these as a bonus to their reward level. Yay!
And we still have council seats available. So
that's right. Yeah, we do. So
yeah, so Jody was right. I actually failed in correcting my error. I don't know how. I thought I did it, but I
somebody else is
not missed to submit. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, they took your crown. I'm so sorry. That's okay. We can get you. Yeah, we can get you another crown. We are still so happy that you can join us, Mike, and we really appreciate your help in getting the word spread out about the campaign and about the chair. It's our first time stepping into what we are going to call the elite gaming furniture brand for us. Like we have our signature game tables and our personalized game tables. Now we're doing upholstered furniture, including leather furniture, and we're calling those the elite gaming furniture. So this is the first one of the series. We think it's the coolest thing out there, which is why we're starting this. And only the coolest people get to sit in a dragon chair, like Mike.
I am super, super curious as to what you have in store after this, but I don't want to get too ahead of our skis here. So
well, Clint's not here, so he can't talk about it. I can only guess and hint at some of the designs that have been noodling around in his brain, but I'd love to hear your ideas, like as in what kind of theme or things that go ahead and put them into the chat. See if there's something that maybe we've already thought of that pops in there. I'm probably going to be able to not hide it on my face if somebody puts it onto the chat, because then I'll be like, oh no, we're not doing that at all. We'll just have to see if somebody else has the same ideas we do. But we have some really cool other ideas that Clint is already looking into, but also just to expand this chair. So hopefully next week, in fact, it's planned for next week, we're going to make an announcement of something else to go with this chair.
Nice.
Ooh.
Just to tease that out there for you, Mike. So
very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, I do have a really quick question. I know that you've got enough backers now to where it's funded. Are you intending on this chair becoming a part of the ongoing line of California or Carolina game tables? So
Carolina
I wanted to. Yeah, I know. I was like, for a minute, my brain was going, "Oh, California Pizza Kitchen." No, that's not what I need to say. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
no, it is lunchtime.
Right, yeah. I am a little hungry.
That's absolutely the point of this, is to get that marketing push to help get the word out there that we're more than just game tables now. Because other game table companies are making chairs, and they're making upholstered benches, right? So they're doing other, what we might consider kind of more case goods type things, even like board game shelves and organizers, that kind of thing. But they're not doing something like this.
Right.
And this is very high end, very luxurious, very, I don't want to say like too over the top, because it's not too over the top. We could have gone like Game of Thrones or something like that, but we don't want to. We want it to be something you're going to enjoy sitting in And so it does not have like metal bits that are going to stick up your
Yeah,
butt.
no pointiness.
Yeah.
That could lead to a whole set of problems.
Yeah. And it should look
Liability
nice.
issues, you know.
Yeah, and copyright licensing. Let's not get into that. No, this is a chair that you could have in your living room or at your game table. And people will walk into the room and they will say, that is a cool chair, and they'll want to know more about it. That is the point of the line of furniture that we're starting here. And yes, it is part of our company and it will be going forward because we met our goal. And it wasn't that high a goal. We get that. We didn't need it to be very high, but we needed to know that at least somebody out there wanted it.
This is true.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, this is the reason why I was asking is because I've been seeing this trend. Like a lot of people are wanting not more than just a game table or game shelves or anything or stuff like that. And as a matter of fact, I have some friends that have been running a very successful game store in San Antonio, Texas, for the last few years, and they just spun off another business next door that focuses on like basically accoutrement and wall like tapestries and awesome stuff to deck out your home or to deck out your person for like Renfest or something like that. And they called it the Stronghold, and I'm like, oh, I need to tell them about this because I think this chair would fit right in with what they've got in their store.
Thank you. We love San Antonio. We went there for PAX South. Like every year they had it. I think.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Really wish they were still doing that con because San Antonio.
Yeah, I probably saw you guys a couple of times there.
Oh my gosh, that was the best. But yeah, I'd love to know more about that store, and please let them know about us. You'd be surprised, or probably you won't be surprised, but some people might be surprised that there are interior designers who specialize in gaming layers, and we're certainly on their list. So this is something that we want to let people know about, especially if they're in the interior design industry and they are looking for cool, unique pieces. We can even work with those people to make things a little bit more specialized on our elite furniture line. Now, we can't customize our game tables any more than we already do. That is kind of our shtick. There are other game table companies out there who can customize their tables, but for us to keep our price points low, we have templates, and that's where we end up. If we're going to change the template, then we can introduce a new line of tables there, but not for the game tables. From these elite chairs, though, we can maybe work with you a little bit if there's some kind of tiny little change that you want to make, especially if it's like one thing that we have not seen yet for our company, for Carolina Game Tables, but I know has been a thing for interior designers, is customer ordered material. So if you've got a particular set of material that you want for your curtains to match your sofa or something, you'll send that material to the factory and they make your sofa out of that. So we're not doing that with this chair, obviously. We have our own dragons that we're making our own leather out of, but that's the kind of customization that's available when you work with an interior designer. So if you are a gamer who is thinking about an ultimate gaming room and you're working with an interior designer, ask them to email us because that is certainly a thing. We have worked with people before.
Well, and the great thing about the Carolina Game Tables, like your place in the market is the very high quality, very durable. It's nothing's cheaped out. It is, hardwoods and metal and very nice construction, which I know because I've helped set up and tear down your booth a couple of times. And they're easy to set up, but they're substantial. It's not, they survive the grueling punishment you guys put through them on the road a lot. But one of the local game stores here, Do-Gooder Games, picked up one of your streaming tables, and it was very easy to customize because it's all you really needed was one of those mouse pad mats to go over the interior part, and they put their logo on it and everything, and it's like it fit right in there. And so you get like a very high quality streamer table, but then it's also utilitarian for a game store TTRPG space, so you can have customers come in and play on it, and all those kind of things. So just because it's not customized for the factory, it doesn't mean you can't customize it for retail and for other uses. It's pretty good stuff. So yeah. So we want to let the people know. So there are still spaces left on the Council of Dragons, and let me pop that back up so you guys can see the. So not only do you get your choice of red or black chair, and a discount of over $1,000, a $1,500 discount off of the MSRP, or the retail, I should say. It's not
really expected retail, because it's what the current design is. Yeah. We are accepting feedback, right? So, Mike, I think you're pretty happy with the chair. You saw it in person. We'll also have it at Gen Con. We want people to come visit us at Gen Con. And when we finish talking about this part, I'm going to talk about other Gen Con plans. But we are accepting feedback. So comment on our project. Let us know what you think about it. If there's something new that you want us to try out, we have had one person contact us about that. So we're taking special requests. That's the whole point of this, is to get it out there in front of people and start hearing what they say back. Like, some people have already said, "Can you do this in fabric?" Not for this project. And I don't have any clue how much that would do, what that would do to the price point. It's probably not going to reduce it a lot, just so you know. But that's an option. So yeah, we've got a great deal going. We think it's at least $1,000 off the current prototype. If anything, people always want more than what we're giving them, so the price will just go up. So already a great deal. What were you saying, Landauer? Sorry.
Oh no! So so in addition to red or black, and you also get a throw pillow is included, and then if you're part of the council, you also get those awesome dice that we showed already, the aluminum dice set with the awesome logo on it, but also the container for the dice, and then you also get the customized velour interior dice bag as well. So lots of good stuff if you are part of the council, and then you can get also that upgrade too, the additional optional Dragon Mark upgrade if you want the dragon stitch in the back. There's an optional add-on. So there are 3 spots left in the Council of Dragons, and so it's an unbeatable price. So if you're on the edge of your seats, possibly going to jump in during the campaign, is a good time to do that. And to make it a little more affordable, Backer Kit offers several different payment options, and one of which is pay over time. So Jody, do you want to talk a little bit about how that's set up?
Yeah, so this is one of the reasons why we came to Backer Kit. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why we came to Backer Kit, but their pay over time feature is something Kickstarter does not have currently at this time. But I think they're in the process of that. Hopefully, maybe they'll get that ball rolling a little bit more now that they see they're not getting this kind of a project. But you can do pay over time, and it'll break your payment into 4 equal payments, and then you will not be able to access the pledge manager until you have finished making all of your payments. For a project like ours, though, this is highly specialized. We're not waiting for you to finish making all those payments. We're going to be working with you to be able to get the chair started right on schedule, even if you haven't finished your payments. So we appreciate you paying in full. That gets us going a little bit faster, a little bit more secure, but we know that you're going to finish your payments because gamers are really good about that. I think in all the 10 years or so that we've been in business, we've had 2 people back out of an order ever. So not really worried about that. We feel pretty good about that. And this is also not just like a $30 board game, right? So people are not going to be canceling their pledge. Oh, for the one guy who did have to cancel his pledge, I have to tell you, I got the sweetest messages on Facebook. They were so apologetic. And they were like, as soon as this goes up on your website where you're going to have a lot more payment options, I'm going to be buying this. So on our website, we will have other payment options like Affirm and Klarna and PayPal credit. And, having payment installments makes a big difference. But the price will go up on my website. So it's cheaper if you can get in on it now in the Backer Kit campaign. So if you can do the pay over time feature, that spreads it out for you. You're not losing anything by doing that. Thank you for supporting us. And if you can't join in on this, you need to get into it later. I totally understand. This is a big project. So just please help us spread the word about it. This is a specialty product and it's not for everybody. We do have the throw pillows. You can get a set of 2 leather throw pillows that look really cool. Yeah, so Trinity Showroom Cam there is showing us one throw pillow with the dragon logo, one without. The set of 2 pillows comes without the logo, and that's a set of matching the same color. You can mix that up, when we get into the pledge manager. And for each pillow that you want the dragon logo on, it's an upcharge of $300 each. The reason for that is hand stitched. This is not a machine that does some kind of I don't know, just it's going to be the exact same for everybody. This is hand stitched the way that they have to do it because of the thickness of the leather, the sturdiness of the thread. It has to be hand stitched each time. Every single one of these is going to be individualized and not the same. So you've got a piece of art here that's completely unique. And then we also have the seat cushions. So if you already have some of our Carolina Game Tables chairs, like the one that Trinity's showing now, we have these cool seat cushions that are a full 2 inches thick. They have foam on the inside and then reinforced fiber top and bottom so that they will hold their shape for a really long time because trust me, the Black family knows a lot about making furniture. So, that reminds me, we do have some what they call spring up pictures. So we'll have to do that as an update soon and show you guys some of the how-to pictures of how they make the dragon chair. So for example, putting the springs in the chair bottom so that bottom is never going to bottom out and inside the back there. And also putting in the brass nailing. We've got some pictures of that we need to put together and get it for you guys to see. I wish I'd thought about it earlier, Landauer. I would have been like, here, share this on the live stream. Oh, well.
Now, how much are those seat cushions? Because I got my eye on those too.
Yeah, thank you. Those are $300 each. And then, of course, the dragon logo on each seat cushion is an extra $300 upgrade. So it depends on how many chairs you've got around your table, but you can add those on to your pledge. And you can do that now or in the pledge manager. But of course, everything we do now helps us look a little bit more successful for the algorithms,
Certainly.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions about the seat cushions?
I mean, honestly, it's I just can't stop thinking about coming by your booth at Gen Con and getting another set. But I'm probably going to test those cushions out while I'm there. So definitely going to give them a look and a feel and a sit.
Well, thank you, Landauer, for reminding people. We will be at booth 2947. We are right across the aisle from Beadle and Grimm's. So you might have to go kind of towards the back of the hall, but Gen Con exhibit hall is its own day-long experience. You can spend all day in there, but look for us on the map. You'll find us 2947. We've got a fairly large booth. We're going to have the backdrop up again so that you can take your picture with the dragons breathing fire onto the chair and on the castle. So we think it's kind of cool, and we hope that you'll come by and sit in the chair and ooh and ah over it. We will have both chairs there. And we'll have our game tables, and we'll have our seat cushions on the mahogany chairs that we make too. So yeah.
Will you have this special announcement we're making next week there too?
Yes, we will.
Nice.
Yes, we will. So the new thing that we'll reveal next week. So tune in for our live stream next week, where we will be showing off something new that we'll be offering as an add-on in this campaign, just to make everything that's all extra more extra. We will just take it to 11, right? So that's kind of the fun part of all of this. It's like we get to geek out about our furniture, which we like to geek out about our games. And Landauer and I are going to be at Gen Con for Pinnacle Entertainment Group as well. Why don't we talk about that for a little bit too?
So yeah, so Pinnacle's doing a lot of fun stuff at Gen Con. So we will be at the Studio 2 booths, and if you haven't been to Gen Con before, Studio 2 gets it's technically booth 1929 and 2029, but it is a whole aisle on either side. And so all the companies that are go through Studio 2 for fulfillment will be there. But Pinnacle will be there, and we're running hourly demos, all convention long for Deadlands Dark Ages. There's still some spots left. And so if you want to come, we'll have some fun art reveals of Red and Gabe in their Dark Ages personas. There is going to be also, I think, walk-up games in the hallway at the Sirenscape booth. So with Sirenscape, they're doing some really cool stuff this convention. We're part of like 3 companies who are going to be crashing the Sirenscape booth, and there will be a Carolina game table, banquet table in the hallway between Lucas Oil and the show floor, and they're going to be playing Sirenscape themed sound sets while we run various demos from Savage Worlds games like Pathfinder, and we've got Ron Riggenbach who's going to be running a game for us too. Scott Woodard is going to be there running some stuff. So if you want to play some games and you didn't get tickets, you don't need them. They're walk up, first come, first serve. There's a pretty good hourly schedule there, and if it's not Pinnacle's not running, there'll be other great companies there running too at the Sirenscape booth. So Deadlands Dark Ages, Sirenscape.
So on the Sirenscape booth, real quick, Ron Ringenbach is going to be running Savage Spelljammer, which is kind of fun because Sirenscape just released recently Spelljammer sound lists for D&D. So they've got the music, and they were excited to hear that Ron's going to be running that. Ron is a very popular game master for Savage Worlds. He runs a fantastic game. If you can't get in to play the game, each of these are 1-hour demos, by the way. Just go walk past the table and stop by and watch, because it's going to be worth it just to be able to stop by and watch and see how these master GMs kind of captivate the table. And if you haven't played Savage Worlds, it's going to be a nice crash course in how our rules work, and just how much fun it is to pull a joker and get a Benny, spend a Benny, acing on the die, all of those cool things. So the other companies are Paizo and Artelstoria. I always stumble over that word. Cyberpunk.
Artelstoria, yes.
Artelstoria, yes.
Yes.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah. So we're pleased
now,
that they wanted to work with us.
I have a quick question. I seem to, I think I backed the last Savage Worlds crowdfunding that you guys did. And I just recently got an email that it looks like you guys are shipping soon. Is that correct?
Yes. So the
20th agrees.
Oh, right. Hannibal's very excited. The 20th anniversary should be hitting our warehouse just before Gen Con. So there's not enough time. So backers can't pick up stuff at Gen Con because that campaign, everything that backers picked was pretty much an exclusive. So we're not bringing this up to Gen Con. But right after Studio 2 gets back from Gen Con, they will start sending out those rewards. So the exciting thing, I think, for that campaign, though, is for the players' books, which is a fun new thing we're doing, where it's the everything the player needs to know from Savage Worlds Adventure Edition Core. There's a player's book, and that was part of that campaign with the campaign exclusive covers. Because every cover in the campaign was campaign exclusive, and we still need to sell players' books, there will be a reveal of what the new cover is that's going to be the ongoing cover for the players' books. So you'll be able to see that at Gen Con. So
gotcha. Yeah, I was actually gonna. I wasn't gonna ask if I could pick up my pledge there. I was gonna ask if y'all were gonna have any books available for sale there to Gen Con goers.
So Suede Core will be back in stock, and there will be pretty much everything we've got in stock will be at the Studio 2 booth for sale. So
excellent.
Do swing by, pick up all the good stuff. But yeah, the other campaigns are coming. Go ahead, Jody.
Yeah, I was going to say they don't have the things from that campaign, like the Essentials box set or the covers A through E limited edition players books, or the 20th anniversary edition print core rules. So none of those things are going to be there. They might be able to bring some extras of the shoulder bags and their skins, because I think that we ordered enough of those, but I will have to check. And if we do, it'll be a very limited supply. So you'll just have to check at the booth if you did not add that to your order already. we'll have to see. At the very least, we'll be able to bring some of the extra skins. And I don't have my bag here because I use it too much. Actually, I take it everywhere I go. So it's from my last trip to Origin. Still has stuff in there at beside my bed at home, and I haven't been able to sleep in my bed for a week. So, but it has the shoulder bag has like the flap that goes over the compartments, and that flap that goes over is what they call the skin, and it's a rainproof barrier. And each one of those skins has one of those limited edition players book covers. So you get to choose which skin you're putting on your bag, whether or not you're playing fantasy or cyberpunk or whatever it is that you want, pulp or whatever cover you want to put to theme with your bag. So I think they're super cool. I can't wait to see them in person as a final product because I've had mine now for like 2 years and I love it. I take it everywhere. So
fantastic.
Yep. So we do still have those, and we have the dice trays too. Probably might be able to take some of the dice trays too. We have so many cool things going on for Gen Con. We will also have a Pinnacle panel on Saturday afternoon at
5 p.m.
5 p.m.
Yeah. So yeah, on August 3rd, 5 p.m. and that's going to be in the JW Marriott. And let me see if I can actually get the exact room number for that. But yeah, it's 5 p.m. and it will be the JW Marriott 203. So room 203, and I believe on the third floor is where we're doing all of the Deadline Start Cages in the JW Marriott. So 203 will be our panel at 5 p.m. And then if I could take a moment, so I'm doing like triple duty at Gen Con. So we got all the Pinnacle stuff going on too, and then if you were with Palladium, you'll get to see some pretty cool Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff there. There's going to be a life-size statue that is currently getting finished, and there are 2 Palladium panels. One that's Rifts in the Future Palladium that's also in JW Marriott 203. That's Friday at 5 p.m. And then there's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle panel, which is Saturday at 4 p.m. also in the JM Marriott 203. And so stop by the Palladium booth. The Palladium booth is 607, which is near Chaosium. And so a bunch of Palladium folks will be there. And then the cool little Gibray Mouther that I pulled out, the world's largest dungeon is coming back. And if you want to grab one of these for free, I'll throw a link in the chat right now. But at the bottom of these handouts, there's a limited number. There's only a couple hundred of these available. But so the world's largest dungeon, which is like that huge, like it was like the very first D20 product to ever break $100 back in like late 90s, early 2000s. It's coming back in an all-new edition. And so that'll also be at the Studio 2 booth. So look for the big World's Largest Dungeon sign. Use your phone, grab the QR code, and then snag one of these for signing up for the newsletter for that. The landing page. And I'll throw a link in the chat right now for the landing page there. Let me see if I've got
can I stop you for a second? What is the life-size model of what? A Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Yeah, so for Palladium, I can't show you in-progress pictures. We promised the artists we wouldn't show their work, but
I can't wait. That sounds amazing.
So there are some Turtle fans who are big fans, and they used to work for Disney doing like the Disney park stuff, and so they're like, we want to do a Turtles. So it is at least I think 6 feet tall. And it's got the swords, and it's cool. So after you go to the Dragon Chair booth and get your butt picture taken in the chair, because there's some famous people who've sat in your chair. Like you will be joining royalty from Big Bang Theory and other kind of cool nerddom. Get that picture, and then you can head over to the Studio 2 booth and get your picture with Red and Gabe, who are going to be life-sized. Like, when we make pawns, we love our pawns. Everyone likes our pawns. So we let's do life-size pawns of Red and Gabe in their Deadlands Dark Ages get-ups. So get your picture taken there.
To find that link, let me tell people who don't know who Red and Gabe are. So if you pick up a copy of our Savage Worlds Core Rules and you start looking through the art, there's little scribbles in the sides, and they are told from the point of view of Emily and Nate. And then these are the kids that are playing Savage Worlds with the Game Master. The Game Master also has some notes in the core rules. And they are also playing their characters. And the characters that they play are called Red and Gabe. and they kind of keep carrying their names, Red and Gabe, around no matter where they are and whatever genre they're playing in. And we carried that story forward in each of the companions. So if you've been a fan of ours for a long time and you've seen the core rules and then all 4 of the companion books that are out, I think that we've heard a lot about that storyline. It's kind of been an not in joke, but it's been a very sweet storyline to see the progression of their relationship as kids and then all the way up to where they are now. And I don't want to say where it is because that would be giving away a lot. So it's a lot of fun to see them grow as people and as characters, and just some of the comments that they show for, the different ways that they play their characters. They definitely are very real to us. And now they're going to be real life size. Like you can get your picture made with them, do it for the gram, put it on the socials, and you can actually see them. So I'm looking forward to seeing those standees. They'll be in their garb for Deadlands Dark Ages, which is an upcoming product for us, which will not be out this year. So don't even get your hopes up. Don't even think about that. But you can play the demo, and I think that people are going to be excited about that. So, yeah.
Yeah. So are you going to be? Are you going to go to Gen Con, Mike?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've got a whole crew going. We're going to our schedule has been filling up like crazy. There's a lot going on this year. And more importantly, we're going to be coming back. We do this every year. We present, we call them our Best of Gen Con Awards. And basically anything that we go through the convention and look at and get demoed and get information about that we like, that we're like, oh, this is cool, I wish I had this now kind of thing. We give them an award. We come up with the categories after the fact. We have a little fun with it. I think, oh gosh, I'm spacing right now. We've had some really witty awards that we've categories that we've come up with in the past. But yeah, we've been doing this for a few years now, and be on the lookout for this logo. You will see it not only on my crew, who will be wearing their shirts, but also you might see it on some booths over the course of the weekend. So
nice.
You have the best job, because I mean, who else gets to go around and play all of the games and be like, I like this about this one. No, maybe not about that one. Yes, we should all we want to talk more about this one.
If I actually got to play them, that would be cool, right? But usually we just kind of get the pitch and we record previews. Or I do have a couple of guys that spend a lot of time in the Unpub section, and actually they get to play. The people that work with me get to play the games. I get to run around and make everything run smooth for them. So
and talk to people about the games.
Yes. No, I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love Gen Con. Actually, I will say this: I get to play more games at Origins generally because it's a little bit smaller, a little less frenetic. Not this year because we had a booth, but you make some trade-offs.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and that is the part where you realize you're now in the industry and not just a fan. It's when you don't actually get to play games at the conventions anymore. It's like, no,
exactly.
Where's their time to sit down and play in somebody else's game?
Exactly. Maybe what I'll do is I'll send a bunch of people, a bunch of the game designers and folks that I talk to over to y'all's booth, so that you can start getting more photos of notable folks in the industry in your lovely, lovely chair.
We'd love that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So Mike, did you guess how many dice are in the dice bag?
I mean, I didn't submit an answer, but I do have a number in mind.
Okay. I will go ahead and say that of all of the guesses that are on the page right now, nobody's close.
Really?
Nobody is close.
See, I haven't even looked. I don't even know what those guesses are.
The guesses so far that I just refreshed the page for are 73, 56, 44, 27, 27? No. 77, 47, 68, 120.
Oh, wow. See, I would probably go somewhere more in the neighborhood of like 270.
270. Okay.
Yeah. That's the number that popped into my head when I saw it, because
Uh-huh.
I have a reason for this, because I used to have a big bag of dice that I bought, and it was like 300 dice, and they were cheap dice, but 300 dice in a big bag, and I was like, well, I if the dice aren't good, the bag looks great, and yeah, that bag looks like somewhere just shy of that, so I could be wrong.
3. He knows better. He knows
Oh,
better.
like those big chunky dice, right?
No. We actually did sizing. So we put 3 dice in front of it for sizing, and that was part of the update, so that people would know that I'm not like trying to pull one over. Oh, and these are all like my personal dice. I'm going to have Trinity pour them out in a little bit, pretty soon, actually. Trinity, if you want to
last call for guesses, folks, get them in there just in case.
Last call. So when we see these dice coming out, we're going to see like a bunch of my characters, basically, because I'll be like, oh, that set is so-and-so and that set is so-and-so. So it'll be fun for me to see that. And
yeah, if I overshot that, I'm sure it's probably somewhere in the between 100 and 200. It's definitely up there.
You know what? It might be. So let's see if there's anybody else who wants to put in a guess here, because we're getting close. Let's see.
How's it set up?
That's looking
Yeah,
good.
it looks good, Trinity. Yay. And so she's showing off the coasters that we're going to mail to somebody. And by the way, if you're the winning person, you'll need to email us at info@carolinagametable.com, because we don't have any access to who's who on the comments. We actually don't get to know even who our backers are. We had to have them reach out to us. So thank you, Mike, for doing that. So if you are the winner, you'll have to reach out to us and say, hey, I'm the one who guessed such and such. And then we can send you this set of coasters next week. So, oh yeah, you're going to see a lot of ones. I am the crit fail queen. I mean, this is why I have my crown. So, I mean, legitimately, more crit fails are rolled at the table when I'm sitting there than any other time. Trinity can vouch for this. Everybody can vouch for this, honestly. I think the worst case scenario, and I've got it written about on my Pinnacle About Me page, there was one game at a con where there were 6 players, 1 GM, something like that. We had 9 crit fails, more than an average of 1 per person. And the only person to ever pull a joker was the GM, and they pulled it twice. So nobody who was a player ever got the joker. But Erica Balsley was the GM, and every time she pulled the joker, she was like,
that's definitely TPK territory.
Yeah, well, thankfully it wasn't. Actually, the last TPK I was in was Clint's. He tried to kill me a lot. He almost succeeded too, but
that's just because you're married, not because your character rolled poorly.
No, he overestimated how much damage that. Actually, he overestimated what one of my previous characters would do to me. Nice. So that's always fun too.
Well, let's give it a drum roll and see. Let's get him out. Ready? Trinity, get ahead.
Yeah. All right, Trinity, let it go.
That's a lovely sound. So we don't make poor Trinity count them now. We actually went through and counted before. So,
yep.
Jody, what is our magic number of dice that fit the bag?
The magic number is 182. So, no, sorry, Mike, you were too far over. You do not win. Nope. The person who was the closest, Price is Right rules without going over, is Wilbert Bishop. So, Wilbert Bishop, if you are watching this live stream, please comment and let us know that you are. And that way we can say, thank you, you were the best. But 120, still not really all that close. But we did that to show off like just how many cool things you can shove inside this bag. And it does have a lot of, oh, and by the way, a lot of my dice are metal because I'm a little bit bougie like that at this point.
Yeah.
I like the metal dice.
I mean, once you find Norse Foundry, you never go back, right?
I mean, and they have cool gemstone dice and crystal dice and that kind of thing too. I'm just always worried about rolling them with my metal dice. I probably shouldn't be. They're probably fine. But you can see a lot of my metal dice in there. And they're not all from Norse Foundry. There's lots of other cool companies out there too that I like to buy from. I will just buy cool metal dice from anybody, honestly. And some cool plastic dice.
I went on a dispelled dice binge last year. It was ugly. I mean, it wasn't ugly. It was very pretty, but it was ugly for my wallet.
Well, I guess that it wasn't so bad that you couldn't afford a dragon chair.
This is true.
So
I needed a chair to match the dice, right?
Right. Oh, I do have a set of red and gold dice in there. I wonder if Trinity can pull them out. I can tell you about that character. She's great. That's my Savage Eberron character. You'll have to put it on the table and back up, Trinity. It's a bit fuzzy. But yeah, she's so very extra. And guess what? She's a bard. Imagine that. My Savage Eberron bard is so very extra. So that is the most extra dice I have ever seen, with the red background and the gold filigree. And you can't even really read the numbers because there's so much filigree. I love it. I love it. So, and I can't remember where I got those. I'm sorry, but they're really cool. And they're really kind of oversized. They don't even fit in my Deadlands dice tray very well. That takes a lot. That takes a lot to do. Well, I think that is all for today. We have big news coming up next week for an extra add-on that we're going to be announcing for our campaign. But in the meantime, we do still have chairs available at a special rate for the Dragon Council level. Trinity's having fun sorting dice now. She'll show off some of her favorites probably. And she's rolling some of the jingle dice too. We also have, smaller reward levels that are new since we did our first live stream. We have the $35 dice bag reward level, and we have the $150 aluminum dice set reward level. So we hope that one of those is appealing to you. And even if none of those are really your thing, we hope that you'll share us on whatever platform you like to hang out on, and talk about us at the water cooler, send up smoke signals, however you like to do it, so that we can let people know about this cool dragon chair. And yeah, I'm doing it right. There we go. Whoa. And help us get the word out. We appreciate you being with us today, Mike.
Oh yeah, no, my pleasure. And yeah, definitely go hit our YouTube channel up and check out that awesome video that we got at Origins. And yeah, hit up gamingtrend.com because we're still posting a ton of Origins coverage. And we might get some more coverage from you guys at Gen Con.
That'd be great. Just all our friends, come by and see all of us at Gen Con. It'll be a great time. That's coming up here in a little under 2 weeks. And other than that, the campaign runs through Gen Con, so you still got some time to convince the spouse that you really need one of these chairs in your lives. And other than that, join us next Friday for a special reveal of a cool new addition for the line. And other than that, get out there and play some games, whether on a game table or not. Yeah, play Savage Worlds or not, whatever. Have some fun this weekend, and we will see everybody next Friday.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me on, y'all.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you.